L is for the way.
At petfix-club, we want to make owning a pet the best it can possibly be for you and the one you love. Enjoy personalised online pet care at petfix-club.com. Start your free trial today. Love your pet? Join the club.
Hi everybody and welcome to this week's IGTV session. My name is Pete Wedderburn. I'm also known as Pete the Vet, and I'm here today as one of the co-founders of petfix-club, an exciting new website. Our mission at petfix-club is to provide good quality information about pets for everybody, everywhere, all the time. And these video sessions are part of that mission, giving you information about your pets, hopefully in an interesting and engaging way. That's the aim anyway. So basically today we're featuring something that's really, I think, very exciting, and that is a range of products called Sniffe Likkit. And I've examples of them here, which I'll get back to a little bit later on. But essentially, Petfix is the exclusive distributor of Sniffe Likkit products in Ireland. So we're the only place that you can get them, in other words. So today I'm really excited that we're going to be talking to one of the people who's been put this thing on the market.
Well, first of all, I actually come from the beauty industry. I've worked for 20 years in health and beauty and developing new products for bath, body and skincare. So I worked for Sniffe Likkit, which is a lovely beauty and bath and body brand, for 10 years. And then more recently, I actually worked with Sarah Chapman, a premium skincare facialist. So I've been very lucky to have worked with some very high-end brands and products and got to know all the actives, botanicals and ingredients that go into them. So what I've tried to do with this range is bring some of those beauty cues and learnings and skincare ingredients into pet care. Yeah, so how I got into it. So one day, my old boss, Lee Sargent, from Sniffe Likkit, he'd been working in America, and he phoned me up and he said, Jude, I've got a great idea for a new pet care range for dogs. He said, it's called Sniffe Likkit. Well, I was sold, absolutely, straight away. What a great name. It made me smile, it made me giggle, and to this day, whenever I introduce the range to people, they always smile. So with that in mind, obviously, Sniffe Likkit, it's fun, it's entertaining, but I also wanted to bring some, obviously, positive, a very efficacious range. So something that was as natural as possible, but would appeal and bring something different to the pet care sector. So we looked at what the market, was selling currently, and we thought, well, look, we want to be different, and we smell a lot of the pet care products. And whilst having worked in perfumery a lot, there's a lot of fragrances that are fresh and fruity, like coconut and peachy fragrances, which you get in, human hair care, but they're not necessarily what the dog likes. So we did some research. Obviously, dogs have a very, very sensitive nose. They have, thousands and thousands of receptors, much more sensitive to smell than humans are. So we're conscious of that. We worked with a pet aromatherapist to come up with a smell and, if you like, a scent that would appeal to both dogs and humans alike. So top of the grooming list. So just to say, actually, our core range is all about grooming, and we've come at it with a sort of luxury approach. All the products are vegan friendly. They're all pH balanced for a dog's skin. So there's a lot of products out there they think that are cosmetic type products, but they're designed for a different pH to humans. So basically we've tried to make formulas as natural as possible. Some are 100%, some just short, but there's reasons for that, which I can go on to.
Somebody just asked, are the products vegan friendly?
Yes, they are. Yes,
Oh,
they are.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Apart from the treats, which have chicken liver in, but that's a good source of protein. I'll come on to that again. So yeah, the core range. The first product is obviously a shampoo. We call it a wet shampoo because it's also got a dry shampoo in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And the key feature of this is we call it a multi. It's a 3-in-1. So it doesn't. You know how you get a lot of products with just condition or just for white dogs, black dogs. So this one is for all dogs, and we optimised everything we put in there. So it brightens. There's an optical enhancer in here that brightens the fur. So after you've seen it, literally the fur glistens. It's amazing. It's got the key ingredient running through the whole range is something called collagen bark. So we've got a little doggy hint in there. So collagen bark soap comes all the way from Chile. It's a natural plant and it's very gentle and mild. In fact, actually, I used it in one of our facial cleansers when I was at Soap and Glory. So we've also got white willow bark. That's a natural antibacterial agent. And we've also got some conditioners in here, which they're called cationic, which basically means they adhere to the fur and give a lovely conditioned coat. And running through the whole range is actually a natural deodorant. And this is actually from another plant, which is sustainably sourced. It's actually used in human deodorants, but we put it in this to, what we say, waft away the woof of dogs.
It's great stuff. Like I say, my dog, I find that it goes a long, long way. It's a very, it's concentrated, isn't it? You don't need very much. You don't need very much.
And the other key feature about the product is it's what we call a mild formula, and it's gentle, so it doesn't foam. It's not super foamy because that's not great for the dog. You don't want a lot of foam because it takes ages to wash them out. So it's concentrated, but in all the right areas. So yeah, that's the first product. Our second core grooming product, which complements this, is Give a Dog Cologne. And this is a conditioning, we call it a perfume mist. Obviously, the key feature, which I'll come on to explain the fragrance in a minute, is the fact that we've got a multivitamin complex in here, which is really good for nourishing the fur. It's got omegas in it, which again are really good for conditioning the fur, and natural deodorant. And above all, it's a great smell. And the thing about our fragrance is that it's calming and soothing. All the oils in it, which are natural.
Is it connected with aromatherapy in some way?
Yeah, so we worked with a pet aromatherapist who also works in skincare, and she uses top quality therapeutic grade oils. So we've got cedarwood oil in there from cedarwood bark, obviously, and that's a wonderful grounding oil. And everyone knows cedarwood is actually quite deodorizing as well. People use it in their wardrobes to sort of ward off moths and insects. Obviously, a woody smell. It's rich, aromatic, and of course it's used in a lot of fine fragrance and perfumery. And actually, the trends at the moment in fragrance are for lovely woody, oody smells, which are very unisex in their appeal. The other thing we've got in there is vetiver. Vetiver is a grass. It's fresh. It's like, that lovely smell of crushed green grass. And this brings a lovely aromaticness to the. And we know dogs obviously like all of these smells. We've had them sniff them out. And dogs eat grass, of course. But anyway, vetiver's in there to give that lovely sort of green note. And then we've got petitgrain. Petitgrain is actually from orange leaves and twigs. So that gives a lovely citrus, uplifting, revitalizing aroma. And then we've got juniper berries. Now, I know you make gin from juniper, but we've put these in there. They give a sort of woody, fruity note to the fragrance, so it's really rounded. And finally, hoe leaf. Not many people have heard of hoe leaf, but it's got very similar properties to rosewood. And it's actually from the camphor tree. It's an evergreen tree.
Yeah.
And what this does is camphor gives a kind of clean, refreshing note to the fragrance. So you've got many aspects, but the key thing about this fragrance is its aromatherapeutic powers, if you like, to helping de-stress. They're very grounding, and they really calm and soothe the dog. You know, certainly. I think I watched your little, is it Tico dog being washed one day, and he certainly got really chilled. Oh, that's great. So the other product, and I have to say there aren't too many dry shampoos on the market. In the human world, dry shampoo is probably in every girl's handbag. It's a must-have. So this is we call it a dry shampoo powder shower. And it's called No Rinse Charming, and we've got a lovely photo there as well.
I love your puns. They're brilliant puns. Sniffe and lick it onward. Great stuff.
Yeah, so Mr. No Rinse Charming.
Yeah.
He's quintessentially British, and he the whole purpose of this product is if you haven't got time to wash your dog, and get the shower out. This is a quick spritz. Literally sprinkle it over the dog. It's like a little mini spa. Rub it into the fur. Brush it through, and you smell your dog after this. Wow, he will smell amazing, or she. Sorry, that lovely woody aroma that dogs actually love, and it's a fantastic way of actually cleansing the dog really quickly in between going to the groomers or actually washing a dog. Now, one of the products, this is 100% natural and organic, and the key ingredients in this, something called multane reticulae, which some people know and have heard of Fuller's Earth, and that actually is really good. Apparently, it's well renowned for helping with fleas and ticks. Now, we may not claim that on pat, but if you read on the internet, Fuller's Earth can be used for that. It's also got oatmeal powder and rye powder in, arrowroot, and believe it or not, bicarb soda, which are all really good, naturally deodorizing and cleansing oils. Minerals. They're all natural minerals, which is great for the fur and the skin, and soothing. So if your dog's got itches, this is quite a good product to use, because like in the human world, talcum powder is a great soother. Used obviously a lot on babies.
Very good.
One of my favourite skincare, we call this the skincare for dogs. It's called the Fab Paw, or sometimes we refer to it on pack as the Wizard of Paws. And I'm very proud of this product because
I tell you, of all your products, it's the one that I love the most for my dogs, because it's easy to put on, and it does a really good functional job, and that's what I really like. Anyway, go ahead.
So this is, I have to be honest with you, it's 99.98% natural. Now, a lot of people will say, well, why isn't it 100%? Well, that's because there's a vitamin E in there, 0.2%, and it's not a natural, it's what they call a synthetic vitamin E, and that acts as it's an antioxidant preservative, so give or take 100%. Now, the great thing about this is it's got 7 oils and butters in it, 7. And the main one is, of course, Paw Paw. Now, Paw Paw is actually from papaya seed oil, which is full of omegas, rich emollient, and fantastic antioxidant to help protect the skin and paws. It's got shea butter, wheat germ, sunflower, coconut, what do I miss? Sweet almond oil, and then a lot of these balms on the market have beeswax in. Obviously, this is vegan friendly, so we've got something called Candiledia wax, and it's a plant-based wax which actually has very similar properties and acts as a barrier on the skin. Now, I'm going to let you into a little secret here. I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to. I love this product so much, and having worked in skincare for many, many years and some top-end brands, I use this to take my makeup off at night. That's how good it is. I'm a great advocate. And look, I have to say, all of these products have gone through proper safety assessment for dogs, obviously. So they all comply with the regulations. But I just know because the ingredients in here are so good that I could use them. Obviously, it's designed for those cracked, sore paws, and you could use it a little bit on the nose and any really sore patches that need a little bit of moisture and conditioning.
Yeah.
It's a great barrier product, so it protects, the skin for, moisture loss, but it also, nourishes and conditions the skin too. So it works both ways. Well, it's funny because my sister's Labrador, Sammy, she doesn't like her paws being touched at all, and we've been using this on her paws, and she loves it. So it just shows that maybe that, and there's obviously a very, very low level of scent in this product deliberately, but it's still, there's a hint in there just to give it a little bit of that kind of aromatic benefits really. So and the beauty about this is it comes in a hydrogen, and you're right, it melts really easily because of the blended oils and butters we use. It's got what we call a great melting point. So it's not greasy. A lot of balms are very oily, greasy, and leave marks. This goes in. It's really quickly absorbed, which is a great thing. You don't want the greasy floors. The other fun product we've got is these Whippets, and so Whippets are fragrant and refreshing cleansing wipes. So the idea of these is you get 10 in a box, and they're in this lovely silver sachet. So you can just, if you're taking the dog out for a walk, just pop a couple of these in your pocket. That's why they're called pocket wipes. And they're great for just. We kept say for dirty paws and jaws, but if you're out on a walk, great once you've done the stuff with the doggy bag, use to wipe up any little mishaps that you have whilst you're out and about. So Whippets are a great little, they're a great little gift for somebody too, but handy in individual sachets, so they keep fresh, and they've got the natural deodorant in them. They've got aloe vera leaf juice and the collagen bark, so everything kind of, and the lovely fragrance. So they will refresh. If you're out and about in the car, they're handy to have around, and they're only £7, so really quite reasonable. We do have the 2 minis, so both the shampoo and the cologne are both in a miniature version, so if you want to trial those you can. And then what else have we got? The scented sachets I think you've already mentioned. These are perfect. Oh my god, they last for months, literally, depending on the humidity in the room, or you could hang. I think these are a great idea to hang in the car, by the mirror. So if you've got a dog, great little gift for somebody. We've got Vanessa, who's our little spaniel dog, and then there's Mr. Sniff on this one. So they're the same product. So the packaging. That's an interesting question. Obviously, we did our research, and there was a lot of white packs out there, very functional, and then natural products tended to be in a brown sort of pack. And we thought, well, hang on a minute, we want to be a bit different, and we want to indulge the dog. Why should a dog shampoo sit underneath the kitchen sink? And we thought, well, we want a range or a colourway that actually looks good on a bathroom shelf. So why shouldn't a dog have its own grooming colour, if you like? So the idea was that, good enough, for the dogs to be indulged. So we looked at the packaging, and we fell upon aluminium. So aluminium is obviously recyclable, very environmentally friendly. So these are a lovely silver aluminium, and then the only product that isn't in a is the shampoo. Now that's in a obviously silver tube, but we did that for a couple of reasons. One, it's very practical. If you've got a dog and you're showering and you're trying to, fumble around with the other hand with a pump, and I know pumps are notoriously bad at breaking. So we actually thought, let's go practicality over a pump. So this is a flip top now. Literally, you can do it with one hand, sprinkle it over the dog or into your palm of your hand. Really easy to use. And we have this saying, the magpie effect. When you see this on shelf, it's all shiny and new, and it looks great. So that's how we arrived at the packaging.
I love it.
Wanted something that looked good and smelled great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sniffology is really at the heart. Obviously, with a name like Sniffe Likkit, you've got to make, the scent had to be the sort of central at the heart of everything we do. So that's where we came up with we wanted a fragrance that was, I suppose something that the dog would like, and the woody kind of citrus notes, all foraging in woods. So Woodland Wonderfur is the name of the fragrance. In perfume terms, there's something called the olfactive wheel, and all perfumes are classified. And you start at citrus, fruity, floral. You get what they call chypre fragrances. Then you get oriental fragrances, which are some of those, really heady mixtures, very complex. And then round at the bottom of the wheel is something called fougère. Now we've stolen this word and we called it fougère for us. And it actually comes from the French word fern. And so our fragrances, as I said, it's citrus, woody, cedar wood is at the heart of it. A great fragrance, a great sniff, and I think the fact that the dogs seem to love it, and the fact that it's got all of these aromatherapy, calming and soothing benefits, both to I suppose that hounds and humans alike. And coming out of this COVID, there's a lot of anxiety and stress. And quite frankly, I love the smell of this. I do find it personally quite calming and soothing. Yeah, but it's funny, that idea. When I was looking around for a present to buy my sister and her dog, and I thought, okay, I could find some cards with fun slogans on, but I could. There aren't many cards that are actually infused with a fragrance, so they're quite unusual. We've got comes in a lovely gift pack, as you say. It's a brilliant gift to give somebody who's a dog lover, and they've got fun. We've used our dog characters on each of these. So this is You're My Prince Charming.
I
and
love them.
I shouldn't say this, but I lick you very much. All of our things are a little bit tongue-in-cheek. We've got Off the Leash at Last, which of course in the UK we've been let off the leash, so that's quite fun. And then one of my favourites is Vanessa at the Mirror, and she's off to the Kennel Club. And then we've got Pause for Thought. We've got a little that's from the Fab Paw. So these are brilliant presents. The smell that comes from these, it's wonderful woody fragrance. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Any smells?
Yeah, I mean, actually, specifically the cedarwood. Well, I mean, first of all, lavender is a very well-known fragrance, or essential oil that is calming. And I mean, we didn't choose that one because, quite honestly, a lot of other people are doing it. We wanted something different, so that's why cedarwood, vetiver, petitgrain, they're all very calming oils and soothing, and that's pretty much why we use them, to help with that kind of anxiety that dogs suffer when not all dogs like being groomed, so or having a bath. So we thought let's make this the key central part of our if you like, philosophy. Well, there's two things. The cedarwood and petitgrain are naturally deodorizing. And in fact, all of the oils, obviously it's a fragrance, so it will cover up smell, but specifically cedarwood is a natural insect repellent. That's why it's used in wardrobes, etc., to ward off moths. So that will be good anyway. But the other key thing is this plant extract. It's actually called saccharose ferment, and it's actually from an eco-friendly company in the Amazon forest, and it's actually made quite complicated probiotics from sugarcane and yeast. And what they've done is they've proven that it basically neutralizes odors, and it's used in the deodorant industry for humans for combating aromas. And so we've used it in our range as well. So we call it whiff patrol. So the double sort of act of the plant and the kind of fragrances work together to basically, we say, waft away woofy whiffs.
That's brilliant.
Well, I would take the fragrance mist, and I would probably spray around the bed, and try and maybe even put it on, a glove. If you can't spray, get them to spray direct onto the fur, I would just maybe put a little bit on your hand and then stroke the dog. So that the fragrance comes through, but almost diffuses onto the dog's fur.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was hoping you were going to ask that. So it's a little bit of a teaser for you guys at PetFix, but coming up in the next few weeks, I believe you're going to get the wolf pack. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So this is our deluxe doggy bag. It's a beautiful satin pouch with a lovely zip. It's so nice. You'd want to keep this for your makeup. And it's got a lovely coral interior. And inside this, you've got a 50ml size of the shampoo. So that will do, depending on the size of your dog, so that will do 3 or 4 washes. A little miniature size of the spray, give a dog cologne. So this is perfect. When you get, we say the pet getaway, once we're off the leash, everyone, and we can get on holiday, this is great to take away with you. And then you've got 4 Wicket sachets in there as well. So that will, hopefully you guys are getting that in the next few weeks. It's available now on our website. So we're really looking forward to going away on holiday. We're calling it the Great Pet Getaway. So look out for the wolf pack.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and it lingers. It was funny actually because the manufacturer we were using said, and this was the guy up in the top office, and he said there's just wafts of amazing woody aroma, and apparently they were all quite spaced out up there because the aroma is so relaxing. Yeah.
And I'll just say again, PetFix is all about good quality animal information. But what we also have is we've got an online store, PetFix store, petfixshop.ie, petfixshop.ie, and we've got high quality food, products and accessories for your pets there, as well as the entire Sniffe Likkit range. So that's it for this week. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been fun talking to you, Judy, and I've learned a lot. And I'm going to carry on using these great products in my own pets because they just work so well. My animals love them, and I love them. My family loves them. So,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.
L is for the way.
At PetFix Club, We want to make owning a pet the best it can possibly be for you and the one you love. Enjoy personalised online pet care at petfix-club.com. Start your free trial today. Love your pet? Join the club.